So you might have just seen we've launched some very exciting new lures into the Rage range. Included in those are these little beauties, the UV spinners. Now, you'll see they are proper old school. If you've been fishing for a while, you'll remember as a lad when you first started lure fishing, you probably had some of these spinners, just a basic blade that goes around a metal body. But these UV ones are old school, but with a new Rage twist. And that new Rage twist is the quality of them to start with, but also the UV paint scheme that we've put on them. So we've got 3 colours in the range. We've got UV roach, UV perch, and we've also got a UV pike. Now what these do is, like many of our lures, we've gone for a little bit more reality, a little bit more realistic finish on these ones. So they look like a roach, they've got roach patterns on, but when you get them under a UV light, you'll see the patches of them really shine out. And the way it works underwater with the fish's eyes, the way they see light and perceive light through their eyes, they will pick up on those. As the spinner goes round, they'll see these flash and it'll attract them in, and they'll get excited by it. They'll either want to kill it just because they're predators, or they want to eat it, and they smash it and they're straight on and on your line, and you're playing them and having a great time. These spinners come in 2 different sizes. We've got the little size 3 and we've got the size 6. They're out and out pike lures really, but the smaller one, the size 3, will work for zander and perch as well. You know, you might even get away with using them for trout. They're a good size for many species, but the size 6 is definitely an out and out pike lure, and it will catch you plenty of these apex predators. They're great build quality throughout, as you'd expect from Rage products. They've got a big brass center section, so they're eco-friendly, no lead involved, and that provides the weight. It keeps them stabilized in the water when you're using them. They're onto VMC hooks, so very high quality, very sharp hooks. Watch your fingers on these lads, because they are super sharp. As soon as a pike gets near them, it's in and you're on. Around the hooks, you've got these feathers. Again, they're old school. Feathers are always old school, but they work. They're old school for a reason, because back then you didn't have all the modern technology. People just knew what lures worked. It was all about what worked. So these have got red fibers. They've also got these translucent flashy fibers in the back, and that provides a strike point. So when this is swimming through the water and the pike sees it, the blade attracts it in, it's spinning like mad, and then I'll come up behind it normally, suss it out, and then smash it into it. And this red and the flash there with these provide just gives them a lovely strike point, and that strike point comes with strings attached, or in this case 3 very sharp points attached. Now the reason that spinners work is because of the flash. So we've got a willow blade on here, and that's the shape. It's not the larger Colorado spoony type shape. This is the thinner, tapered off willow blade. That provides plenty of flash, plenty of movement. Even at low speed, that thing will kick in, and you'll see some underwater footage of this and just how fast and effective these blades are. So you've got the UV finish on one side, but what we wanted to capture with this as well was the flash, the thing that makes these spinners work so well. So we've kept one side blank. So you've got a highly polished inside, and when that kicks through the water, when you've got light on it, that really flashes out. So you've got the UV going on one side, and you've got the real flash of the silver finish on the other side, and it's just a massive load of attraction going on with everything else involved, which will make them really good. If you thought the UV spinners were good, then we've got something else that's going to excite you. Also old school, also with a modern high quality take. We've got these Fox Rage spinners in gold. Very simple, but deadly effective. So what we've got here compared to the UV spinners is they're basically blank gold blades on here, but they are a Colorado or French style, wider spoon-like blade. And what that does for you, whereas the willow blade of the UV spinner, you can work that nice and slow, but you can't work it as slow as these. So with the willow blade on the UV spinner, you've got to be a bit more aggressive. With these ones, with this shape, because they've got that extra width to them, they pick up any movement in the water. So any resistance when you pull, even at slow speed, any resistance picked up by the extra meat in the blade basically, and they'll spin up at a much slower pace. So that means that you can drop these down so you cast out into deeper water, let it drop down and pull it back. If you pull it too fast, if you retrieve too fast, they'll come up in the water. But because you can work these slower and still get the action out of them, you can keep them low to the bottom. So these are a great deeper water spinner. With naked blades, that gold colour, you know, there's loads of flash in the water when this thing's going, loads of attraction. It's got the same brass body to give it that the weight, and it just looks good as well, gives plenty of flash off. Down to the high quality hooks with the super sharp points. But again, we've made this into a strike point with the feathers and the translucent, really flashy fibres off the back end. We've all had those days where you'll pick one of these up and go, oh yeah, whatever, pull it out, pull it back, bang. They're old school for a reason, like I've said. People know what works, and when they didn't have the technology, they made stuff like this, and they just really catch fish. So get out there, get them in your lure box, and get them on the end of your line, and you will not be disappointed. Promise you.